Well, I'm joined by former principal of the Haas F1 team and, of course, the star of Drive to Survive, the complete legend, Guenther Steiner. Welcome to Virgin Radio. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, and thanks for having me.
Well, it's great to see you. Did I get the name correct? I've been practicing. Every interview, the interviewer does another pronunciation. So how did I do?
You did very well, very well, because as you say, everybody pronounces it differently. And everybody gets confused. Don't get confused. I was told it in any way, so I'm good,
What I wanted to speak to you about is your love of music, because you really love music. We were talking about that a moment ago, and you picked some really great songs as well, which we'll get into in a moment. But can I take you back to the first car that you ever owned and how you used to listen to music? I mean, because I had cassettes and a cassette tape. So first of all, what was the first car that you owned?
A Fiat Cinquecento was the first car, and they didn't have a radio at the time.
Really?
Yeah, I'm getting old. We are talking 80... What was it, 83, 84, at that time. But as you say, you had the cassette player, and then when you had the second car, you had the radio with the cassette. That was the normal thing,
And then, of course, we branched out to CDs.
Wow, that was a big move, huh?
Which were very good to scrape ice off the windscreen. I've still got an Atomic Kitten CD for that. Tell me about your love of music, because I rarely hear you talk about music. Are you a music fan? Are there certain artists that you've grown up with?
I'm a fan, but I'm not this avid fan which has to listen to something. I jump onto something, and then I like it for a while, and then I jump to the next one. It's a weird thing with me. It's not like that I keep up with the latest and greatest. I quite like music out the rock and roll time, 60s, 70s, 80s. I quite like that one, but I'm not against new music. It's not like that I'm stuck in the past. But now I'm having a 15-year-old daughter, and that changes the taste of music. My one, it has to change because she tells me what to put on the radio in the car.
She's in control.
She's 100% in control, yeah.
Well, we're going to get through your list of songs. These are your ultimate songs, and thank you so much for picking them. The first one is Avicii. And tell me about this song, Hey Brother.
It was a song when it came out. I mean, it's now quite a while ago, but for me, it was into the new wave of music, and I think it's very inspiring. It's I don't know how to pronounce, how to say it. It's just like it gives me something to, it's wakes me up. When it came out, it was a new way of music anyway for me, not being the ultimate music expert, but it was a new era for me, a DJ making music, and I liked it. And obviously, when he passed away, it was a very sad moment, because he had some good songs, not only that.
Yeah, and people have said that this song has actually saved lives, not just with the, the up-tempo nature of it, but also if you read the lyrics and knowing, what we know now about his struggles.
Exactly, yeah.
Quite a song, quite a legacy as well.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, he left, but he left a legacy not only for normal people, also for other artists, because he was a very particular guy, I would say. Unfortunately, he's not with us anymore.
Of course, of course. The next song is the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Californication. What a song this is. And the video as well to this song, incredible. Tell me more about why you've picked this. Are you a fan of theirs?
Yeah, I'm a fan of theirs. I read the book, both of them. And their biographies, very struggled life. But I remember that song when it came out, when they came big, Red Hot Chili Peppers. I think it was when I heard them first, I was 90s, I would say, I heard them first. I don't know when they started, but in the 90s. And it was just also the beat there, all this thing. And then obviously Californication, always this dream California, and they had a good interpretation of it. So, it just struck me into it, and I listened to them quite a bit, but I think this is the iconic one, Californication. That is their song. When it starts, you immediately know what it is, and it takes me back this long time. I was out, around the world, and that song was played everywhere. I actually remember playing it the first time on a jukebox in Australia, of all places.
Really?
Yeah, in Perth. We were out for the rally in Perth, and it's like somebody told me it's cool, and we played it, and you put your coins in and you played it.
Is it amazing how music can match the mood or whatever? If you're stuck in traffic, you tend to listen to more relaxed music, don't you? If you want to go, you're up for it and life's great, it's more up tempo. Have you got favourite kind of staple artists that you always go to?
No, because I live in the States now, and I normally listen to a station which is playing rock classics, it's called, and I just play them and they come up mixed. But I don't have one musician, but lately at home, of all people, I love Johnny Cash.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
So
it's just
proper
like,
old school.
Yeah, proper old
Right.
school, yeah, because I'm actually reading his book in the moment, his biography, and it's a very interesting story where these people came from, basically from nothing or less, and they made it so big, but all the struggles in their life is not to read struggles is good, but it teaches you lessons that life is actually pretty complicated, and some people made it, some not. I mean, it's like the other one is Chris Christopherson. He passed away lately. If you look at that guy, what he did in his life, it's quite amazing.
Mm-hmm. Now, your next track is Blondie, Atomic. First question I've got for you, I just want to ask you this because I couldn't believe this. Is it true that you've never watched the legendary Netflix series, the series that everybody says, that kind of made you a household name, but you've never watched it?
No, I never watched it.
Why is that?
Why is that? When it first came out, they had a premiere in front of the team principals, FIA, president, FOM, CEO, but I didn't go to the premiere because I flew in from America. The next day, there was this F1 commission meeting. That's why everybody was there. And most of the people watched it, and I walked into this meeting room, and everybody got an opinion on me. Hey, have you seen what you did? I said, no, I didn't, because I was on the plane, guys, So anyway, I didn't see anything, but obviously I knew what was in there because it was me, It's like, but I couldn't believe that they really put this stuff in this series, And I didn't feel comfortable. First of all, I don't like to watch myself on TV. I don't like it. And then I came to the conclusion pretty quick. I'm not an actor. I don't need to watch it to get better next time because that is not what I do. That is not how I make my living, And then also, to be a little bit of smart, I said, if I don't watch it, if people start to tell me how bad I behave and how bad I am, I just say, I'm denying I know about it because I haven't seen it, So it's an excuse as well. So, especially with my wife, because I was sure she would come to me and say, this is not how you should be. She never asked, but anyway, that is the reason I didn't watch, and I didn't want to change myself as well. I didn't want to watch myself and try then to be different or better or something, because then every time you see a camera, you try to be an actor, and I'm not an actor.
Of course. And that is what is so glorious about it, because it's out and out as you. I feel like I know you from that, so it's a wonderful thing. Let's talk about Debbie Harry, Blondie, their legacy. I mean, it's a tough one to pick just one Blondie song, but you've gone and done that. Which one have you picked?
Atomic.
Why is that?
I think it's that one, and I don't remember the other one. You remember then the very famous one from Blondie?
There's so many Heart of Glass.
I know quite a few of them. I don't remember the title, but first of all, I remember them when they came out, in the 70s, 80s, and then when they came back as well, with Pulp Fiction and all that stuff, they came back in that scenario. So it is pretty cool. And if you listen to the music, if you think about when it was made, it is something special for me, and her voice is as well very good, So I quite like it, and also, it lifts your spirits, in my opinion, because it's so upbeat. It's like, let's go now.
And this is the kind of song I can imagine driving to.
Correct.
Let me just ask you, because you must have owned quite a few cars over the years and through the decades. What's your favourite? To listen to this song, if you could get into any of the cars that you previously owned, which one would you choose?
I once owned a Porsche, a 911, and
Wow.
that would be cool, to listen to that one, because it gives you the feeling, she can bring over a very good, power with her voice,
Yeah, great stuff. Guns N' Roses, Sweet Child of Mine. Now, the platform's yours. Why have you picked this?
I mean, Guns N' Roses, if you look rock, you cannot do it without Guns N' Roses. I think what they brought to the scene, and their music is just like, it's as soon as any of the songs. I just picked Sweet Child of Mine because it is rock, but it's also deep, as a song, So it's something, I don't think you can get past Guns N' Roses. I mean, I would say there's nobody out there which actually doesn't like Guns N' Roses. They can like them less or more, but nobody can say they are not good, because they are just very good musicians, and I like the music. I like their tempo. The effort they put in. They're very cool as well.
And it's clear that you have a love of music. Do you like to go and see bands live? Do you buy tickets to these big, high-octane kind of stadium shows? And if so, have you got a favourite?
I haven't been at the concert. I've been last year. Yeah, last year in 23, Black Eyed Peas with my daughter because they were playing in Silverstone, so I could go backstage, But I haven't been for quite a while. I like it. I don't have the time. That's my biggest problem. And if I go on a race weekend to a concert, it's just like mayhem because everybody knows you, so it's difficult to go there. But I went to U2 concert. I went in the good old days in the 80s. Lou Reed. I went to see him. Yeah, exactly.
What
I saw
was
Lou
that
Reed.
like?
I mean, in the arena in Verona, it was fantastic. I mean, it's a memory which doesn't go away. I went to see the Rolling Stones in the 80s, But I went to see Mark Knopfler. That was maybe 15 years ago, I like it, but lately I haven't gone to many because I just haven't got the time. But otherwise, I love to go to the concerts.
You are one of the busiest people I've ever met. So we're talking right now, you're just about to wrap up the current tour, and then you're going out on another tour as well. How do you find time to do other stuff? And do you like life on the road?
I must like it, otherwise I wouldn't do it. It's one of these things. I don't hate it. These tours, they are very demanding because you run across all the country. No, it's something I do since a long time, and somehow it's in you. You become just used to it, and you can deal with it because you know what you're doing. You manage yourself, your time, and therefore I can do it.
And Unfiltered Live is coming up very soon. There are loads of dates. If you want to go and see you on stage, then just Google the dates. Now, this next band, Four Non-Blondes, What's Up? I once witnessed these guys getting booed off stage. I think they were warming up for Take That. All these years later, everyone loves this song and knows them. I think they've got past 1 billion hits on YouTube. Everyone knows the words to this song. What does this song mean to you?
I remember this song coming out. It was so very weird. It was women, already the band name, Four Non-Blondes, is weird,
Yeah.
I just remember them when they released this. I was traveling a lot from Italy to England, and we always played this song. It was one of the favorites because it's very melodic, in my opinion. It's very well done. Obviously, they didn't do a lot of songs more afterwards. I think they did a few, but not a lot. But every time that song comes on, I like it. It's just something, makes me feel a lot younger.
Does it? I love that. Robbie Williams, are you a fan?
I like a lot of the stuff of him, like Angels. I think it's a very good song, and it's very deep. I think as a song, and that's what I like with him. I never can really, put him in where he's, who he is, what he does, Mm-hmm. But some of his songs, I think they're exceptional. I mean, his music is like Angels. I think to bring this his personality into it is very, very nice. It is a very emotional song.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is one of those songs I think he's described as a moment as opposed to a song. And it's a song that some people have used at weddings and at funerals. It means so much to so many people. What does it mean to you, this song?
Exactly. I couldn't describe it, but when you say it, I believe that you can do anything, and it's art to make a song which it is good. It's not cheesy, but everybody, not everybody, most of the people like it because it's so deep, because he sends a message, and I didn't know about that like he described it, but I fully agree with him because a song is you need to be a very good musician to do something like this, and that I respect.
Yeah, and it's a great karaoke staple. My next question. Yeah. Do you do karaoke? Would you blast out a version of a song like this?
I'm useless at singing. Do not
really?
Try to give me an instrument or make me sing. I just cannot do it. It's something when I was in school, I always tried to take music lesson. I don't understand it. I like to listen to it, but do not try to get me there.
I love the pick of your last song. That this is out and out, in a car, the weather's good and you've got no worries and you can go hell for leather, obviously within the speed restriction limit, obviously. Mumford & Sons, tell me more about this song. I will wait.
I quite like bluegrass, but bluegrass, and they are, I call it, they are bluegrassy, but in big style. Bluegrass is a very small music speciality, and I don't know my way around, but when they came out, it was everywhere, and it's very well done. And when he did that. He obviously knew what he was doing because it was something new to the mainstream music. This bluegrassy style, you know, and I like it a lot because it chills you out, you know, it makes you chilling, you know.
Yeah, yeah. A couple of final questions for you I want to ask. There's been so much we could talk about, but what's been your career highlights so far? What's been the absolute favourite chapter, the pinnacle moment?
I would say setting up a Formula One team. You know, not many people have done that, and somebody reminded me just a few weeks ago that there's only 2 people alive who set up a Formula One team, is Sir Jackie Stewart and me.
Yeah.
You know, it's a pretty cool club, you know, so it's nice to have done that in your life because it's something I never thought I would do, I can do, and I will do. You know, for me, everything came out just like it was life, and that's always nice when you say, hey, I did this, and nobody can take that one away from me.
And as well as being involved with the team in such a massive way, and the media there are books, there are shows, the Netflix special, which you've never watched. What's next? What would you like? Is there anything on the list that you would love to majorly tick off in the next kind of decade or so?
I never had anything in my career, never anything was a plan. It always, stuff happened to me.
Isn't that amazing?
It's fantastic. It's wonderful, you know. So I think the next thing will happen. I don't have any big plan. I'm not like, I want to go back into F1 to run a team. No, I'm happy where I am. I'm doing TV. I'm doing a lot of stuff around F1, enjoy that one. And if something comes up, and for sure there will be something coming up, I see if I want to do it. And if something, I think I'm able to do it and good at it, then I do it. Otherwise, I just keep on doing what I'm doing.
What a wonderful way to wrap up. Guenther Steiner, lovely to meet you. Thank you for spending some time at Virgin Radio.
Thanks for having me.
Virgin Radio.